I am so pleased to be back with you, my people.
Been too
I,
long, Sam.
I feel like I missed you guys. I feel like we missed you guys. There are so many people who came up, and Al, I want to put these up so you can see them, so I can let these people know that I gave them to you. Hold on, talk to me because you want to talk anyway. I forgot a prop. It's not even a prop, but I got to show you. So anyway, talk, Al.
What am I talking about? Okay, well, let's talk about Iowa because it's a week later. A week and a half later, and probably a lot of people they got their antennas up for Alabama, and rightly so, because I think we're going to go ahead and down the line here talk to you about all the Alabama stuff. And I got a lot of background with Alabama, and I've been studying Alabama, so we'll get to that. But let's remember the last game. The last game was hard because we only rushed for 66 yards, Sam.
Yes.
Gosh darn, that would
All right.
that's hard. But
So this,
are
so
you
I
ready to shift gears now? Is that
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're okay?
So Elbert Clark wanted you to know this is a
Oh,
check from Elbert Clark.
Albert, I
He
like
sent
Albert.
this in to the station to say, hey, make sure Al and Vance get a chance to split this. So that's one.
Beautiful.
Then
There you go, Albert.
another listener came up at the deal at Blake's Toy Drive. He said, make sure Al and Vance split this. So the folks were coming out in person. They said, look, I don't have Venmo, I don't have PayPal, but I'm gonna make sure, and I want to let the people know that I listen. Where you wanted the money to go, I'm gonna make sure that's where it goes. That's why I'm putting it on camera right now. Let you know that people are feeling these film studies. They
Right.
are learning the game of football. And doesn't it make it so much more? I feel like watching this team this season has been, of course, it's been enjoyable because they're winning. It's been enjoyable because you see them overcoming adversity, but you also get a chance to get insight into the game, which has been building for years, and then you get a chance to really meet the guys like we have in these various interviews that we have, and so it makes people feel more connected to the team.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
And so Al, I got to give you some credit for that. I say all that to build up to say Al, you done a pretty good job this year,
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. Now, let me ask you something. I know there's been a lot of checks coming in from the chicks. Are you concealing the chicks' checks? I know.
well, I talked to Susan and she said, okay, Sam, stop mentioning all these women. Stop mentioning all these women. We don't
Oh,
we
Sam.
don't need to encourage him. You see how Al he's all shaved for this. You know, this week after we talked about the women, Al came on here, he's all shaved, all nice, all smooth, right? You know, everything. The lighting is just so perfect. Sometimes Al's lighting can be a little off. Today is so it's
It's
just
perfect.
shining
Oh,
just
Sam.
right.
Sam, every able-bodied chick is driving to the hoop on me. I don't know what to say.
Look at the glasses. Got the nice tint on them as well. He wore special glasses today, so that's for the ladies. I get it. I
What
get
are
it.
you
I
gonna do,
understand.
Sam? What are you gonna do? Goodness gracious. Not even fair.
Yeah,
Kavorka, Sam. You know what Kavorka is, Sam?
I
You know
know.
what Kavorka? You need to look that up,
Oh,
okay?
I will. I will. All I
Kavorka
know
starts
is
with a K. Just read that, and then you'll understand it all.
this is the last film study of 2023. It has been a fantastic ride. We want to bring the film studies back. As a matter of fact, we want to do a film study on the playoff game. We want to do a film study on the Rose Bowl. We want to do a film study on the national championship game. We need your help to make that possible, right? As we push ahead, as we map out what the next year is going to be as far as programming is concerned, as far as the film studies are concerned. You know, we got to shuffle some things around. We got a lot more on our plates as far as programming is concerned. And so we want to make sure that these film studies, are a core part of what we do in some manifestation, right? And so we need your help to make that possible because we don't own this footage. If we own
No,
this, it would be very, very simple. We just monetize the videos, right? Just monetize the videos and use the monetization to fund the film studies.
won't let
But
us do it, Sam.
yeah,
Won't
but
let us
because
do
we don't own the footage, we cannot do
it. We
that.
can't
We
do it.
cannot monetize the videos.
Can't do it.
So we do it strictly for the entertainment, the education,
Entertainment.
the edification of you, the people.
Those three things.
But you can help fund the film study.
Sure, you can.
So see that PayPal link. I say it all the time. I think people ignore it because listen. This is how you do it. You don't have to bring it to us or send it to us at the station. That's fine. You can do it that way. But the easiest way is to click that link right there in the description of the video. Takes you to the PayPal page. It could be $1, it could be 5, it could be 10. Whatever you offer is welcome and appreciated. It helps fund the film studies moving forward, right? Not just moving forward this season, but into next year as we map out, as we budget time and resources, money to the next year. It helps us map that out when we see how we do from a fundraising standpoint. So if you want to help fund the film study, click that link in the PayPal or the PayPal link in the description, or click it in the comment section. It'll take you to the Fund the Film Study PayPal page for Al Borges. I've separated them all by different show. So if you want to support the Bedford Film Study or the Devin Gardner film study, you can do all that. This one is about the Borges film study because Al Borges, he needs another pair of shades. He needs, a special shaving kit. So he's looking all nice and coughed for the ladies. You know how it is. Anyway, Al Borges, this going back to the Big Ten championship game was let's just get out of here.
You know what's funny about the middle of third quarter? That's exactly what I was thinking. Is let's just finish this. This is too hard. Let's finish this, okay?
Yeah.
And it turned out the way it should have, but it wasn't easy. It was hard, Sam. That was hard. But never really felt threatened. But the scary thing, Sam, is in those games, you don't feel threatened maybe, but all of a sudden there's a turnover and a short field. And I mean, goodness gracious, anybody can score when they haven't got very far to go. And before you know it, it's just low scoring game. It's only 10-0 at halftime. Anything can happen now. Anything. And one thing I really thought they did a good job of their thinking for the game was right, because instead of going for fourth downs, not in this game. This game, every point was going to count, Sam. So they kind of had to do what they had to do, right? So if it's a field goal, kick a field goal, but every point was going to be tough to match for Iowa. So that tactic, I think, was smart.
All right, and so here we are with the very first one, Al.
First play, interesting little deal here. It's 3rd and 4, Sam. 3rd and 4, okay? Third downs were hard to come by in this game. So let's take a look at what they did. It's 3rd down and 4. They ran a little corner return, X-dig versus cover 2. Now, most people know what cover 2 is, but we're gonna show them anyway. But we need to
by the way, real quick, as you say that, Al, people have been asking for like a glossary, a key set.
Yes.
And so that is something that we want to do in the off season. That's another thing where funding the film study really helps. So we can see if, like we say, from a budgetary standpoint, how much we're going to do next year. And if we do what we want to do next year, then we will have a whole sort of glossary, a list of videos that'll go over all of the past concepts, the base run plays, so people will know exactly what we're talking about when we throw these out. All right, here you go.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to, if you want to know right away, leave a comment. I'll answer the comment, because sometimes I go over things so fast, I assume too much. So just, you can do it that way too. All right, here's what we're looking at. This guy has to jump the shallow cross to get the route open, which is a dig, and we'll explain that as we go through the structure of the pass pattern, okay? But that middle linebacker, we want to see him jump. Now, there's your cover 2. All right, let's break this down. Cover 2, both corners roll up. They have the flat. They kind of reroute those outside receivers. 2 safeties have half the field, and there's 5 underneath defenders who cover the width of the field, about 4.5 yards on each side of them. If it's cover 3, they got to defend 6 yards on each side. So it's stronger against underneath throws, okay? Stronger against underneath type throws. But that is cover 2. Here's your routes. All right, Roman's going to run a corner route, try and push that corner out of there. And then CJ's going to start outside, almost like he's running a smash or a little 5-yard hitch, so to speak, and then whips around underneath. So that's what that half of the field's doing. Then you got Barner. He's going to run a dig. He's kind of playing X receiver on this, or split in. X receiver is a split in. The Z receiver is the flanker. He's playing the extra, and he runs a little 16 or this one's about 14-yard in cut, which we call a dig. Okay, that's a dig route. And then Colston Loveland, he's going to run a shallow cross about 6 yards. He'll kind of graduate to 6 yards. He'll start kind of short and then graduate to 6 yards to try and pull that Mike linebacker up, get his attention, so we can throw the ball behind him. It's 3rd and 4 now. If for some reason he ascends and gets underneath Barner, we can always throw the ball to him and still get the first down, right? We got, look, there he goes to get it. He goes to get it. He goes to get that route. Okay, that's what we want. That's what we want. As soon as he shallowed, that Mike linebacker fell into the trap, Sam. Then Donovan checks and he runs a little swings so that if it's all cluttered inside, the quarterback could just lower his eyes, pop his hips outside, and throw it him. He can gain 4 yards. So all the routes will get you the first down, okay? Even if you got to check the ball down, it should get the first down. Okay, I'm sorry, Sam, one more time. Edge pressure forces a front-out move. Who remembers what a front-out move is? Sam, explain to me, because I know you know, because we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When he spun that ball past a robber. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the pressure came off the edge, and he took a quick little step, or maybe 2. It was like a quick step away from the pressure in his pass profile, and was still able to deliver the pass.
Now,
down.
what he said right there is the most invaluable part of it. He stayed in his pass profile. And that's what a front out move allows you to do. You don't have to turn to make the throw and have to break your profile where you're in an awkward position to throw a pass. Okay, so you can stay in that profile, locked and loaded, and all that front out move does is kind of 2 things. Made primarily is it gets you a little further from the pass rush, maybe inches that'll allow you to get the ball, and 2 gives you a good view of maybe a different crack in the pass rush. It may be in a different, because they may have twisted or done something. You move a little bit. Oh, there's my view to the pass. Okay. So that's what the front out moves is. You remember last week? We'll put that on that thing. Remember last week? That was valuable. Okay, there's your spot. Right there. Just spin it right past that linebacker who vacated his area. And you got yourself a first down. There's the spot. There's the spot. 3-step. Oh, so nice, Sam. That's so beautiful. Watch now, because I think the left side gets pushed pretty good, and he's got to move his feet quick on the front out. We'll see it again from the end zone. There you can see. Oh, see that?
Mm-hmm.
Left tackle struggled a little bit in the pass rush. So the quarterback compensates with his footwork. Watch his footwork. There's the whole picture. And there's your cover 2. See, they know they only got 4 yards to go, so they want to take away those underneath throws so that you can't get 4 yards. There you see him jump it.
Yeah, they play some good defense.
Oh, God, they did. They did a nice job and minimized all the damage. Couldn't run after catch, no quarterback runs. I mean, it was no explosives. They did a hell of a job. Yeah. All right, let's watch the left side and then watch the response by the quarterback to pressure from the left side. There you go. Got right underneath it, got in the fight, moved a little right, got in the fight, got hit, made the throw, moved the chains. This was just a very little subtle fundamental that you work on every day in practice. Front out, back out, run up, hitch, throw, plant throw. You go through all that tree of fundamentals with the quarterback every single day. I used to bore them to tears with it. After a while, they go, Coach, we got to do this again. Yeah, we do. We're going to keep doing it. I'm going to make it so that you don't even want to hear it anymore. So, but it becomes responsive in the game that you don't have to even think about it. You do it so many times. So.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next one, Al. And, Phil Parker, as we talked about the Broyles Award, I think Sharon deserved it because of the unbelievable circumstances he had to coach through. But were it not for those circumstances, had he just been the offensive coordinator, still would have been a finalist. But I would have said, what Phil Parker just did at Iowa, that's no coach in the country has done more, given the offense that he was saddled with.
Right.
But, with what Sharon had to do, that's why I give him the nod. But I'm not complaining. Phil Parker is a deserving.
Yeah,
He is a
and
tremendous
it
coach.
has been for years. I mean, this has probably been the crescendo of his career in terms of performance by his unit. But holy smoke, that was a tough call. They probably just well, he wasn't always the assistant coach. He was part of head coach sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
I know.
Sharon.
So
All
next
right,
one,
let's take a peek
Borges.
at this one, Sam. Little 13 personnel, Sam. One back, three tight ends. Play. Oh, we'll see this just from the beginning. Play action. Why shake versus 4-2 cover two. Another cover two. Second, first and 10. I think this was the only time I charted them in a cover two split safety defense on first down. Every other time it was either third down or second and long. So passing down or kind of a semi pass down. Okay.
So the other thing that I wonder, Al, play pass. There are very few in this league.
It's I don't and the way they've done so well. I'm the last one to second guess what they do because I think they've done a great job. But if I had one thing I would say is, God, I would like to see more play action passes. And here's the deal: why Sam this is a cover two, yes, but they were in 30 snaps of 3D, some type of safety rolling. Oh man, they're begging you to play action pass. There's all kinds of holes in cover three if you can pull the core of the defense up. But, they did what they had to. They're right. I'm wrong. I was thinking there were going to be more of them. And I think down the line there are going to be more of them. Okay, let's be the quarterback, Sam. Let's be the quarterback. Two deep contour. What's a quarterback do? He comes up to the line and he looks to see the contour of the defense. He sees a round contour meaning low corners, high safeties. That gives him a clue, Sam. Doesn't tell him what's going on, because that contour can change on the snap of the ball, but it gives him a clue. If those safeties stay in that position, he has a much better idea knowing where that ball might go, okay? So we see a two-deep contour. Let's see, and let's make sure that stays a two-deep contour on the snap of the ball, okay? There's your movement key. Strong outside guy right up on top right there. There he is. He's going to be the guy that determines who we're throwing the ball to. So now we got a pre-snap key with a contour of the back end. And we have a movement key who's going to determine where we're going to throw the ball. Okay. All right. We put Bredesen in motion, and he wheels up the sideline almost just to take that corner out. I don't even know if he's an alert or anything. I think he's just kind of get that corner out. Okay. And he goes with him. You can see that they fall into the trap, and he goes. That's what they wanted. Really, that's probably his responsibility. So no big deal. If there's nothing underneath the two deep corner, he'll continue to back up. Okay, which he does here. Okay, I think who's that? Roman or CJ? That's CJ. He runs a post to pull that safety out. So now we got the corner out. We got the safety out. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That creates some holes. All right. Number 3, next guy.
You missed the safety.
Oh, safety goes with him. Yeah, safety goes with him. So we got both the dudes out we want. The safety goes with the post. The corner goes with the rail. We're good to go so far. And backside, it's Barner. He's just going to block that defensive end. He's not involved in the routes. He's a protector this time because he's going to block the backside. We're going to fake the ball to Donovan Edwards, and he's going to block the front side once he takes the fake. All right, now here's the deal. This is I call it a shake route, which is really kind of a fake over, where you bust up the field. You start like you're running an over route, like you do on nakeds and stuff. Run inside there, get him, and then bam, about 3 or 4 steps, and pop back outside and break to the corner, right in behind those two guys that drove those safeties out. So what's that do, Sam? That isolates that movement key. That isolates that movement key. He's got to cover you, right? Or, as you'll see as we go, let's go ahead and run a little more. There he is. He drops, and he's not. The Mike chases him inside like it's going to be an over route, and then gets beat to the corner, and the movement key drops too wide. Okay. Oh, we're looking pretty good here. Here's your blocking scheme. Sell, run, make it look and sound like a run. You can see all those guys, double teams. And then Donovan takes that fake and just goes right into the flat so that if he doesn't like that shake route and that movement key gets underneath it, he can just drop it off to him for a nice check down, a big game.
Yeah, sorry about that, actually.
No problem. No, it's good. We're going good here. So as you can see it, the line's got to bring those linebackers up. The fake's got to bring those linebackers up. Don't let them be part of the oops. Oh, Sam. We threw one play pass and we swung and missed. We missed the throw. So the best laid plans, but All said, look at that. Look how nice this is. Oh, that's there. That's just it's there. Everybody did what they're supposed to do. We just had a ball get away from us. That happens. But that really, you can see there, Sam, the vulnerability in their coverage. And this isn't even 3 deep here, but you can see the vulnerability. Those linebackers come running up. And there's that hole. Bam. That's too bad. That's too bad. We had to show that though. Can't show all the good ones.
Yeah, it was it was a game where they just credit Iowa's defense first and foremost. I don't want to take anything away from what they were in that game. They had a really good game plan, a really good execution, but uncharacteristic throw there by JJ. And then you had both tight ends drop passes, drop balls in this.
Oh, yeah. No, there was some deals.
Both guys are sure-handed. So
I know. And quarterback's an accurate passer. That play, I don't credit, Iowa's defense. I think they did it, they were good enough, I guess. That's just not being able to make a play when it's there. That's just us not executing. And that, again, you never know why that happens. Particularly with the guys that are used to doing it. You count on them doing it, and one time they don't do it. But you can't. In this game, those opportunities when they came, you had to hit them because these guys don't give you a lot of those.
Well, that's why it's great to have complimentary football, Al.
Yep.
We talk about it with you when you came here in 2011. You were walking into a horrid defense.
Right.
We talk so much about, hey, we got to figure out, how he's going to use Denard. You had to figure out how the offense was going to protect the defense. You had to play complimentary football.
Yeah, this is what we did. Is when we came in, we weren't going to go fast because we felt like that was a big reason the defense was not playing well. They gave up 450 yards, which is unprecedented in the history of Michigan football. So we were going to keep a lot of the spread concepts, do same thing with Denard, but we weren't going to go fast. So we weren't going to have 1,000,000 yards, but we still scored 33 points, which was more than they had scored the previous year. But our defense went from giving up 450 yards a game, Sam, to giving up 322 yards a game. Went from winning 7 games to winning 11 games. So all that, you talk about complimentary football, that all makes a difference. So when Craig Ross says that time of possession doesn't count, Craig Ross got to do a little more homework, okay? Okay. I sent him a comment. I love him. He's great. Don't give me. I love him.
He said you called him, or you called him when you were still coaching because you said and let him have.
I didn't know who the hell he was. I called him because he sent me a bunch of stuff, and I said, God, this guy's going to go to all this trouble. You know what I mean? And I didn't know him from Adam, but I had a conversation with him. I could tell right away he'd been brainwashed by Rich Rodriguez. Huddles. Why you huddle? That's the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. Time of possession doesn't make any difference. Sam, the top 20 teams in the country close in time of possession. One had 13 teams with winning records, 14 teams. The bottom 20 teams had 5. So anybody who thinks time of possession doesn't matter, they don't know much. They haven't studied enough about football to look at the numbers. So that's my case, and that's the way it is. That's not the first time I studied that stat. I've studied that in the past. But certain teams don't care, and it isn't a recipe. It isn't a recipe to absolutely win because you can lose with having more time of possession. But
I think the teams coming in from the West have a decision to make though. I've never coached, but I hang with you a lot. God help me, hang with you a lot.
There's some benefits in life, Sam, right at your fingertips.
I hang with Al Borges a lot. Wow.
Sam, how much did we talk when I was coaching? Not much, Sam.
I came into the office one day and I remember you were going over my vocabulary. I can't remember what I said where you were like, oh, here we go. I think I said I'm here to take copious notes. And you said, you're here to take copious notes, Sam. What are you taking copious notes on? I remember now. In the office that day. But
I never listened to the show. I'm guilty when I was coaching. My philosophy: don't listen to talk shows, don't read blogs, don't do any of this. Don't listen to Craig Ross under any conditions. But so go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I've been around enough coaches to feel like you are not going to sustain success in this league if you don't play complimentary. But if you don't protect your defense, you're gonna have some flash. You're gonna have some years that are really good.
Yeah.
But if Oregon, the kind of success that they've had, and Washington, the kind of success that they've had, they're gonna have some decisions to make about defense, about defensive football, and how their offense caters to it.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think this is my opinion, not from studying, but from listening, from listening to coaches who have been there. Like, man, you have got to protect your defense with your offense. If you don't, they're gonna be held out to dry. Now, the reason why I mentioned it in this game was the offense just was not clicking. They were playing against an outstanding defense. So you need defense and special teams to step up. And defense and special teams set up this next play, Al, when young Samaj Morgan goes 87 yards,
87 yards.
put him on the doorstep. And he said, I didn't get in the end zone, but I set Blake up to get a touchdown. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, we didn't telestrate this one, I don't think, Sam, but
No,
this is that G lead but this time it's to the 4-man side, and it was blocked so well I had to show this, and against a really good defense. But here's the G lead to a 4-man wing side. So you add a gap that they have to defend, right? Add a gap. They got one more they got to defend. But Michigan is, I think you're going to see on the end zone, just a wonderful job of Colston and AJ blocking down. Colston going to the next level. The kick out there by Keegan. Lead through by Bredesen. This is Lee G. The essence of Lee G against a very good defensive football team. We have diagrammed the G lead before, not the quad G lead with a 4-man side, but you just add a blocker. It's really kind of the same play. But this was so well done. And scoring a touchdown and making it look easy against Iowa, easy to do, okay? But that's what they did. Front side, 73 there. Ladaire's got to pin that guy. Down, boom. All good angles. You got a winner there. And remember that backside linebacker, he's hard to block on this play on the goal line. So the back's got to know, hey, Blake, we may not be able to get the backside linebacker. You got to run through him.
But let's reiterate something here that you've talked about before, but for effect, so people commit it to memory. Your lead blocker is your guide, and and on G lead, the G leads. I mean, the fullback leads on
fullback leads. Yeah, the G kicks. And the fullback's responsible for stacking the guard. He becomes the new guard because the frontside guard pulls, right, Sam? Well, the fullback now becomes the new guard. The frontside guard kicks out, and the fullback goes in unless it's a forced spill. If they spill the hell out of it, you bounce outside, and the back bounces with you. Wherever the fullback goes should be the back. The back should go, okay? That is G lead, and you got to be disciplined on it because – a lot of times guys will go outside and they shouldn't go outside or go inside when they shouldn't go inside. Just let the fullback be your guide. He'll take you to the promised land more often.
So the moral of the story, as you've told me, this is not one of those plays where you improv.
No. If you try cutting back on this, unless you're Barry Sanders, you're very unlikely to make any hay that way. This is a total disciplined play. But all you're looking for is very short amount of yards. You're looking for a yard or two usually. It's not like you're looking to score a 60-yard touchdown. So just stick with your rules, drop your strip pads. More often than not, everybody does what they're supposed to do. You're going to score.
All right, here we go on the next one. Mr. Borges, this is a stick return.
I love this route. Michigan's good at this route. Okay, let's look at it, Sam. Good enough. Stick return, X out versus nickel dog. Now, let me just preface this a little bit. This is a route you and I have talked about before, the stick return. They run this route, and I'm sure I was relatively aware of it. So what happens off this play is because they play the stick return fairly well, they give them the out. So let's look at what happened. Okay. Let's read the contour. Let's be quarterback again, Sam. Ooh, that's not a round contour like the other one was, is it? That's more of a staggered contour with the safeties a little lower, right? The other safeties in center field. We got a 3-deep look now on a pre-snap. Again, it could change. Mm-hmm. It could be man-to-man. There could be some things. But pre-snap wise, we know, or there's a good chance that bottom receiver who's CJ is going to be one-on-one on a square out, where that wouldn't happen in cover 2. He'd have to adjust his route with the corner rolling up. to a takeoff. Okay, but in this instance, JJ is thinking, I might have that out. Let's see what happens on the stick return. Let's just see what happens. If the stick return's got, I'll hit it. But if not, I might have CJ. So let's watch. We'll watch as we go. 3-deep contour. Here's your routes. Square out by CJ. Stick return. Stick means 6-yard out. Return means put your foot in the ground. Return back. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You like how I've been drawing these returns. So.
Oh, Sam, that's like Picasso-esque.
Come on, man.
Unbelievable. Are you happy now that you have your strokes? God, you did drive it.
Hey, man, people don't know that actually takes a minute.
That takes a minute. It does, I know, but you give an aspirin a headache. I know that. Okay, so we got the crux of what we're trying to get accomplished here. Okay, the safety comes up to take the stiff. There's our movement key. He will dictate who we throw it to, because if he plays a stick return, we can throw the out because we're 1-on-1. If he jumps past the stick return, there'll be a window in front of the Mike linebacker, so he can just throw it to him. All right, but that dude in 3-deep now, in 3-deep is going to determine who gets this ball.
All right, so here's the movement key.
There he goes. He jumped the stick. He jumped the return. They brought a blitz. Oh, not so fast, Gonzalez. No. Trente sees that guy blitzing. Instead of giving it to Donovan, it's Mullins. It's Mullins. Instead of letting Mullins block that, who's very capable, I'm not going to have you do that. I'm going to fan out and block that guy, okay? So now you can release in your route. So they're bringing that nickel off the edge, but Trente sees it, turns out to him, stops him in his tracks before he can run through the back, okay? That helps, because sometimes when that guy hits that back in the backfield, I don't care how good a blocker the back is, it can distort the throw, okay? But when you take him on the line of scrimmage, it's a little different thing. And Trente brings a load with him when he blocks, so I doubt that guy's going to push him back.
All right.
Okay, so that's a pivotal piece. And then the corner retreats. Well, who's going to get this ball, Sam?
Here we go.
The safety chased the stick return, and he left
the Wolverines.
McCarthy wide open on the out, and there it is. There it is. Just play catch on the out. Play catch on the out. And nobody throw a wide side square out like this kid. He can throw that without too much effort. That could be a struggle for other quarterbacks, but not him.
Yeah, man. The NFL coaches salivate at the arm strength. I mean, he's gonna be impressive because he processes defenses, but he can make this throw, and he makes it every time. And he's never gonna be as far away from it in the pros as he is in college. So it's gonna be a closer throw.
That's right. This is where the tight hashes really help. Yeah. Sometimes they're tough on quarterbacks in the pros, but this is one where in the pros, this is a closer throw.
So as we will let the people watch the sequence of play again, where are the closer hashes a problem for quarterbacks in the pros?
Well, the tighter the hashes, the longer the throws to the outside, right? I should say that the closer the hashes, the longer the throws are in general. Okay, so what I'm saying is this: is with a tight hash, wide hashes, 40 feet wide. Now that boundary throws a nice short throw. You want to throw a square out? That's not hard to throw, right?
That's right.
To throw the wide field, you need more arm, right? So in that case, the hashes are better to pros. But basically, what you're saying now is every ball's got to be thrown if you're in a drop back mode within that. Those hashes are only 6 yards apart, okay, as opposed to 40 feet apart. Every throw's got to be within that pocket. Now, that means there is no short side out, Sam. There is no short side sail routes. Everything is wide field. It's just not quite as wide, still wide. So the wider the fields, the more the arm strength you need. And when the pros, all those guys cover so much better, the throwing windows are much tighter. So the coverage is much tighter. So it just requires the quarterback to be more fine. With his throws, better timing, more arm strength, everything comes with that.
All your years coaching, Al, was there ever any talk in the college ranks of mimicking the pros with the hash marks?
I never heard it, but it wouldn't have bothered me. I just got so used to those wide hash marks. I planned by those hash marks. But what I did, is when I was I interviewed for 4 different coordinator jobs in the NFL. So when you go into an interview, you got to know that, right, Sam? So I studied, if I was coaching in the pros, how my alignments would change with receivers. Where would you put your guys? Because we had set spots on the field because we knew how wide the hash marks were, right? Well, when you bring them in, those spots change. So you got to figure out this equals this in college, okay? If I put them in an outside alignment in college, where does that equal in the pros? Well, it might be the bottom of the numbers, right? Because the numbers are in closer in the pros. They're not as far out. So I had to kind of do all that analyzing. So I kind of got a feel for how it can change your thinking. You know what I mean? In terms of how you coach and when the ball's got to come out and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. It was you didn't interview with the Lions, did you?
No. I interviewed with the Chargers. I interviewed with the Steelers with Bill Cowher. I interviewed with the Bills, and I interviewed with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Marv Levy?
No. It was at the time it was Gunther Cunningham. He just had followed. Who was it? I don't even remember anymore. It might have been Schottenheimer. I don't remember. It might have been Schottenheimer.
Schottenheimer was with the Chiefs. He wasn't with the Bills. Marv Levy.
No. The Bills was Wade Phillips. He was the coach. Yeah, and Gunther was with the Chiefs, and then Mike Riley was with the Chargers at the time.
Okay.
And then Bill Cowher was with the Steelers.
Would you have won the Super Bowl, Al? Was that before or after?
No, what happened is this: with the Steeler deal is they had gone to the Super Bowl, lost to Cowboys, and Chan Gailey got the head coaching job, I think, with the Cowboys. Yeah, with the Cowboys. Yeah, because I don't know what happened. I don't remember. But anyway, so there was an opening. I didn't even know Bill Cowher, but we had been doing we were best offense in the country when I was at UCLA that year. And he kind of called me out of the blue. I even asked him, I said, Bill, why'd you call me? He goes, I don't know. I watch you guys every Saturday. It looks pretty good. So I was kind of flattered by that. But he didn't even know me. He called me Al Borges.
I'm a Bill Cowher fan now, damn it. Bill Cowher, you're my guy. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the plays. He coached the bus, man. Bus felt spurned by Michigan because they were going after Ricky Powers. He said, all right, here we go, Al. This is just a show play.
Show play, but a nice one. Oh, he gets single coverage back into the boundary. Great location on this. Something we talk about with quarterbacks, Sam, is shading receivers, okay? If the receiver feels if you feel the defender inside, you got to shade him a little outside. If you feel the defender outside, you got to shade him a little inside. If it's, if he's wide open, just throw it right down the middle of his body. But you can see that's located low and outside where only the good guy can get it. He got what we call a premium look. Do you remember premium look, Sam?
I
do. Yeah. Okay. So what that means is that just as a reminder, because we talked about it other years, I don't think we talked about it much this year, where you got a primary side, which they have here. They got a little cluster formation to the left, and they got a route designed to go that way. But if he leaves the backside singled up, he can abort all that thinking on the primary side and take the one-on-one. In this case, it's just Cornelius running down there and run a little out cut, a plant cut. It's not a speed out, but he's singled up, and he just makes sure that he throws that ball away from the corner. And heck, you got a pitch and catch completion. So that's taking advantage of a one-on-one, or what we call premium look, and getting away from the read side that may be the reason the play was called, but the quarterback coach and coordinator will give you the latitude to take that single coverage if, in fact, that front side looks like it's got too many bodies.
All right, another show play coming up here, Al. This is a stick smash check down. Smash.
And I wanted to show this to show the growth of the quarterback. Frieza for just a beat, Sam. Now, this is you can let it run. Let it run one time. Go ahead, let it run. Let me see what the route is. This is a base play that they run in every game. We've telestrated it before. We've shown it. We've detailed all the routes. But what I found interesting about this, and now pause it now if you would. Through the last couple of years with JJ, at one time or another, Sam, he's thrown the ball to every guy except the halfback. He has thrown the smash at the bottom of the screen to the Z receiver. He's thrown the internal fade, back shoulder fade for a touchdown earlier this year, and I can't remember who he did it against, but he threw that. He's thrown the stick numerous times. That's the inside, the third receiver running a little 6-yard out. And he's thrown the backside premium look. We got another premium look play. You get a lot of premium looks in 3x1s because people over defend the 3 receiver side and give you a lot of one-on-ones. He's got a little snap route or hooking type route backside. We've seen him throw that a bunch, but we've never seen him check it down to the back over the ball. This gives you an idea of his growth. When you've thrown the ball to all 5 players at one time or another, you know the play in its entirety. Okay. I always love when this would happen because I'd put training reels together for the quarterbacks to show them all the options. And if I had the quarterback on film throwing the ball to all 5 guys, the guy I was teaching knew what the play was all about. Oh, man, you could actually throw it to the halfback too. Look at this. Oh, it's not there. Bam, drop your eyes. That's a nice gain. That's a first down. They were hard to come by in this game. Okay.
No doubt.
That just gives you an idea of the growth of the quarterback. He knows that play so well. They run it a lot, so he should. Every option on this play, you could put together a great training reel on stick smash.
Okay. And so we go right back to the telestrations, though. Let's get a little split zone.
Oh, yeah, this was a nice one. This was really a nice one. All right, in the 2-minute drill, okay, 2-minute drill, and they're going to play cover 2 man. Ooh, that's dicey to play against JJ, but there's not a lot of time left. It's only 16 seconds left. But we're still, we're two. You get 3 plays in there, get a couple shots in there. We can kick a field goal, or who knows, right? So, and Michigan is notorious for this. They'll slip a running play into a 2-minute drill. They don't care how much time's left, and generally it hits. And this one hits. It was a great call. Okay. Split zone, and you can see what happens here. The left guard, left tackle turn out on the stand up in the 3. The right guard and center double that big nose guard to the backside linebacker. There you go. All the way there. Okay. All the way. That's not even a linebacker. That's a nickel guy, but that's who they're going to. And the right tackle comes down on the middle linebacker and leaves the end free. Why does he do that? When he does do that, he comes down hard to spill it. He wants to make this play go outside him, no matter what, okay? And here comes, I think it's Loveland in motion, and he is going to try and kick out that stand-up guy, but he's spilling it too hard. He can't do it. He ends up just driving him inside, and Donovan does a wonderful job on this. He pushes it up, starts wide, gets around the spill, and then puts his foot in the ground and comes back against the defense, I think, for a 17-yard gain. I mean, this is as good a run as you're going to see. And because I was going to say that's how you got to defend it. You got to spill it. But he beat the spill. Most spills go outside. But Donovan saw a crease and took it back the other direction. They got everybody in man-to-man defense. 2 deep safeties. Everybody's locked up man-to-man. And that's where the ball went. See how hard that guy spilled it? Look at this. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice.
He got out of bounds.
Around the spill and back against the defense and to get out of bounds, get the clock stopped.
Heck of a run.
Yeah, it is a heck of a run. Really good run. When you consider where that ball hit and you consider how they defended it, it's highly unusual. Highly unusual. This ball on paper, which the game isn't played on paper, as we know, is generally bounced outside. Start on the zone, plant your feet, drive off your inside foot, and bounce outside the spill. But he gets outside the spill, but he doesn't run outside. That's a great job of weaving your way in traffic and being visual enough to find that hole.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and those were hard to come by.
It was a cool thing to analyze. I tell you that.
All right, last one now.
Yeah.
Bingo cross.
Oh, man, bingo cross. We love bingo crosses, don't we? Bingo cross slot out. This is a really nice play. This was really well done. Down and distance is 3rd and 9. Okay, 3rd and 9. So we got some deals here now. 3rd and 9 against Iowa is not a situation you want to be in a lot, Sam. You don't want to do that if you can avoid it. Okay. They're playing man to man. There's no free. You can't see it, but there is a free safety in center field. But everybody's locked up, pressing. Okay, and they're bringing the two guys outside. Sam on 3rd and 9.
Mhm.
But what they're doing to make sure that JJ can't run, they double spy him. They step up and engage the guards and then blow out of there and stare at JJ McCarthy. And the Mike linebacker, he has Donovan, but he's making sure JJ don't go anywhere either. And until Donovan goes out, he's going to keep his eye there too. So you kind of got a triple spy until it becomes apparent they got to cover Donovan. Okay, CJ, he runs takeoff. He's out of Dodge. He goes. Colston, he runs a shallow cross. And there's Barner on that dig again. Okay, we've seen that earlier, right? And then, see that? Colston has the right of way. So when he runs this route, he's got to let Colston go first. I'm talking about
Roman.
Yeah, Roman's got to let him go first. He can't be in a hurry or run right into Colston. So he wants to let him go, and it gives him a little running pick for the route because they are in man-to-man, which is a good advantage. Get a little running pick. And he just runs it out. Okay? So what you got a bingo cross in the middle with Barner and Colston, and you got an outcut in the slot. Okay? So if for some reason that guy gets lost on that running pick, he could throw that out. If he doesn't get lost, maybe plays outside position on him, JJ can get his eyes back inside on that bingo. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
But then there's Donovan's going to check, and he's going to cross the other direction. He's just going to check and cross it. But the ball goes to Roman, okay, on a laser beam. He throws it to him, all right? Bam, got it. 3-step plant throw. 3-step plant, let it rip. Very, very well executed. From the end zone. Let's first watch the route design and how that opens up. Bam, got it. Oh, nice throw. All right.
Yeah.
Now, this time, Sam, let's watch those three guys. Let's watch the defensive tackles and the Mike linebacker. We already saw the play, so let's watch the defense. See how they're defending the quarterback, knowing they got man-to-man coverage, right?
Yeah, it's danger man to man. These dudes could, if they're playing man to man, they're covering everyone. Man, they turn their back.
Yeah.
He could that quarterback could run a long way.
See, look at Sam. Look, 3 guys stare at the quarterback. They're gonna make sure he didn't run, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
In man coverage, he'll run for 9 yards plus.
Especially this guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Even on a bum leg, he would have run for 9 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, probably.
Yeah.
So
to spend 2 guys on him and almost 3 guys on him, that jumped out to me.
And that's why you don't talk about, as a program, you don't let on how hurt he was, because you want them to play him like that.
No, see, that's the thing, Sam. You got to be. I went through this when Denard got hurt. Okay, so I really know how this works. Is you can't be telling people too much about injuries. Denard ruptured his ulna and couldn't throw a pass, and for 4 weeks, people were screaming that why don't they throw a pass with him? But we couldn't say he can't throw a pass, because if we say he can't throw a pass, the other team's going to know he can't throw a pass, and they can defend him without even having to worry about that. So you just got to keep that kind of under wraps no matter what, even though it might not make you look good all the time. But it's the same thing with JJ. JJ's good to go, man. He's not.
He's 100%.
Yeah. But that just, I wouldn't even have Denard warm up, because if he threw it, it'd go end over end. They know he couldn't pass. I wouldn't have him warm up throwing. I'd say just warm up, get your legs loose. But so you got to kind of keep some things under wraps sometimes, just for the betterment of the team.
Well, folks, we don't want you to keep how much you love this film study under wraps. Love the feedback, especially Al loves the feedback, and he answers questions in the in the comment section as well. So, you
Yeah,
got questions?
Even Craig Ross, if he wants to ask a question.
Yeah, drop them in the comments.
But he's an attorney. He'll want to argue like Joe Simon.
Right. Folks, make sure that you help fund the film study, because guess what? We don't own this footage. We use it strictly for the entertainment, the education, and the edification of you, the viewer. But you can help us keep going and growing. We want to break down the Rose Bowl. We want to break down the national championship game.
Absolutely,
We
Sam.
want to bring you your glossary of plays.
Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we want to do that, Sam? Why wouldn't we?
Make that an off-season project. So when next season rolls around and we do the film studies again, you're prepared. That's what funding the film study is all about.
And then what? Then when you're prepared, Sam, who won't mess with you, Sam?
Joe Schmatz.
Joe Schmatz won't have anything to do.
Joe Schmatz is. I'm sorry if Joe Schmatz is trying to live in obscurity somewhere. Al is outing you. He's putting you out every single week. So,
it's the water cooler, Sam. It's all about the water cooler at the end of the day. It's all about the water cooler.
Yeah, folks. So listen, the link to help fund the film study is right there in the comment section. It's also in the description of the video. Help us keep going and growing. Help us bring these film studies back. We love bringing them to you, but they take a lot of commitment, a lot of time, a lot of resources. And so we got to be able to justify that, right? Since they won't, I mean, I'll just bring you in on it. You know, we tried to have some negotiations, and I mean, they treated us like we were CBS and Fox. I was like, man, how you think we rolling over here? I mean, I know we got a lot of viewers, but we don't have it like that.
No, we're not like that.
So we decided, you know what, we're going to do the film studies anyway, even though we can't monetize these videos, because we feel like the people are really invested. You're learning. Al loves to teach, right? And it allows us to engage with you more. Yep. If you want to help us continue to do that, at least with the film studies, click that PayPal link right there in the description or in the comment section. And we hope to see you after the Rose Bowl. We hope to see you after the national championship game. We hope to see you in the off season where we put together that glossary of plays and concepts.
And
with that, folks,
if they knew, Sam, what I had to deal with you for 6 hours, 7 hours every Monday, every guy would donate. Big.
Yeah, I think you got that wrong. It's kind of backwards. If they knew what I had to deal with incessantly. I mean, the man, I'm surprised he only calls me Sam during this show. Every time, whether he's in the office or on the phone, I'm numbnuts. I mean,
he irritates me.
My kids think my name is numbnuts because Al calls me that so much. So anyway, folks, we appreciate you checking us out. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We hope to see you on the film study after the Rose Bowl. Until then, thanks for watching another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study focused on the offense with Al Borges.
Go Blue.